Are you stuck after a loss and don't know how to move forward? Could I tell you that every time you fail, it's a chance to get back up even stronger? We'll look at Miyamoto Musashi's timeless advice and learn how to get back on your feet after a setback in this video. Please wait, because your return is about to begin. Lesson 1. Acknowledge the setback. Setbacks are a normal part of life. Life can be hard sometimes, and it can be too much to handle when things don't go as planned. But Miyamoto Musashi wrote, "Do not think dishonestly." When you're having a bad day, this line says a lot. Recognizing that the failure happened is the first step toward getting better. Don't try to hide from it, ignore it, or act like it didn't happen. Musashi knew how important it was to face truth straight on. Neither war nor strategy were things he tried to avoid. He faced them head-on with clarity and determination. When you admit you failed, you're not giving up. Instead, you're being honest about the situation. When you've failed, avoiding the truth only makes the pain last longer. It's important to be aware of how the setback makes you feel, whether it's sadness, anger, or loss. But if you admit that you failed, you give yourself a chance to deal with your feelings, which makes it easier to move on. Musashi had a lot of problems in his life, and one of the main things that made him strong was that he could deal with problems head-on. The last thing he did was avoid loss. Instead, he used it as a way to get better and win bigger. You can start to get better by being honest about your setbacks and learning how they affected you. You can start planning your next steps once you're aware of the loss. What makes notice powerful is that it makes you aware. For the first step toward change, you have to be honest with yourself about where you are. This lesson is about accepting things as they are and then getting the strength to move on. Recognizing the loss is the first thing that will help you get over it. Lesson 2. Learn from it. Setbacks aren't just problems. They're also chances to learn and get better. Musashi often said that you should learn something from every fight, no matter who won or lost. He knew that everything that happened to him taught him something, and that the best way to get good at anything was to remember what you had learned and use it in new situations. When something goes wrong, step back and think about what went wrong. How could you have done it better? Could you have seen or made a choice along the way? Instead of dwelling on the loss, think about what it can teach you. Many times, Musashi said that the best way to get better at anything was to learn from your mistakes. This method can help you change how you think about a bad situation. Instead of seeing it as something that held you back, see it as a chance to go forward. Did you think you were better than you were? Did you forget to make plans? Musashi thought that the best way to be strong wasn't to avoid making mistakes, but to understand them and figure out how to not do them again. Every mistake can teach you something important if you are ready to find it. Being self-aware is important here. Once you understand what the loss taught you, you can make better choices in the future and move forward. This process of thinking about things helps you grow and makes sure that failures don't keep you where you are. You can turn a bad event into a powerful tool for future success by learning from it. Lesson 3. Stay focused on your goal. It's easy to get sidetracked by bad feelings, questions, or frustrations when things go wrong. But Musashi's lessons stress how important it is to stay focused, even when things are hard. He talks about how important it is to be disciplined and have a clear mind in the Book of 5 Rings. No matter how hard the journey, Musashi never lost sight of his end goal, whether it was to win a battle or become a sword master. It's important to remember why you started in the first place when things go wrong. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? By thinking about the end goal, you keep yourself from getting lost in the stress of the present. It's normal to feel down, but Musashi tells us that the most important thing is to keep going. When you keep your eye on the end goal, setbacks don't seem as scary because you know they're only temporary problems that will be solved in the end. It helps to break down your big goal into smaller, easier to handle steps so you can stay on track. When things go wrong, these smaller steps can help you remember how far you've come and keep going. Keep your mind on what really counts and focus on what you can control. Musashi talked a lot about how important it is to be in the present moment and not let other things bother you. It is easy to give up or give in to your feelings when you are in the middle of a fight or when you have lost. But the only way to really be strong is to stay focused and disciplined. Lesson 4. Take small steps forward. When things are too much, it can seem hard to get back on track. That's the time to take small steps that you can handle. Musashi was great at making small steps forward. He became famous not by quickly moving from one big win to the next. Instead, it was his steady, focused work over time that made him successful. Break up your healing process into small steps that you can handle at first. They don't have to be big or exciting, they just need to keep you going. No matter how small, every step forward is still a step in the right way. Musashi's lessons on how important it is to make progress slowly are very important here. He knew that to get good at anything, you have to keep working at it, even if it's just a little bit each day. Even when things were tough, Musashi kept getting better, whether it was his swordsmanship or his ability to think clearly. You can slowly and steadily get your confidence back by taking small steps. It helps you see success where you might have only seen failure before. Small steps like these add up to big growth over time. It's much easier to stay motivated when you think about the next small step instead of the big job that you have to do. Remember that failures don't mean you lose the work you've already done. Every little step you take is another step closer to your goal. You'll start to regain strength and energy if you stay consistent and focus on these small wins. Lesson 5. Cultivate patience. People rarely get better and grow quickly, and it can feel like progress is moving slowly. Musashi, on the other hand, said that patience is one of the most important traits to work on. Throughout his life, he fought many fights, but he always knew that winning often took time and hard work. It wasn't about getting things right away, it was about working hard over time. Every time you have a setback, know that it takes time to heal and grow. You might not see effects right away, but that doesn't mean your work was for nothing. Like a tree's slow, steady growth, your progress might not be clear at first. Musashi's life shows how important it is to be patient. He didn't become a master swordsman quickly. It took him years of hard work and practice. We often want things to happen quickly in our world, but Musashi knew that real power takes time and work. When you have patience, you can deal with setbacks and know that your hard work will pay off in the end. It's important to keep going even when it seems like nothing is changing. You can let go of the need to hurry and allow yourself to grow at your own pace by learning to be patient. Lesson 6. Surround yourself with positivity. Setting up a good environment around you is very important for how quickly and well you heal from a setback. In his writings, Miyamoto Musashi stressed how important it was to keep your mind clear and your attention sharp. Bad things can really mess up both of these things. Surrounding yourself with positive people is one of the best things you can do to make sure you get over a loss. Your attitude is affected by the people you spend time with, the things you read, and even the places you live. Negative energy, like that from people who don't believe in your abilities or from unhealthy surroundings, can make you feel even worse about yourself and your abilities. Musashi knew how important it was to have a clear mind, and he was picky about what and who he let affect him. When you're going through tough times, it's important to stay away from negative people and actively look for inspiration, support, and motivation. Put yourself around people who make you feel good, push you to do better, and remind you of your inner power. People in this role don't have to be traditional cheerleaders. They just need to be able to give honest comments, advice, and support. Just like Musashi got better at what he did by studying other people but staying true to his own path, look for relationships that push you to grow and make your resolve stronger. Spend time with people who are growing along with you or who have already passed through tough times. Besides people, pay attention to the things you read and watch. They are always around us in the modern world, and they can either inspire us or drain our energy. Musashi knew how important it was to be focused and disciplined, and part of that discipline was managing what he let into his life. Limit your time spent on bad news, social media, and other things that make you question your own abilities. Instead, read, listen to, and watch things that teach you how to be strong, persistent, and successful. Remember that happiness doesn't come from outside sources, it starts inside you. You become your own source of strength when you keep an upbeat attitude. Musashi taught us that the fight is won inside, even when things look the worst. You can get over any setback by thinking good thoughts, being kind to yourself, and keeping an open mind. Lesson 7. Believe in yourself. Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary figure known for being very good with swords and planning, stressed how important it was to believe in yourself, especially when things don't go as planned. When bad things happen, it's easy to start to question yourself. You might start to doubt your skills, your decisions, and even your own worth. But Musashi's teachings tell us that believing in ourselves is the first step to getting through anything. You're already doomed to fail before you even start if you don't believe you can get back up. It's not enough to just say, "I believe in myself." It's a way of being. In his life, Musashi fought many mental and physical battles, but he always counted on his own strength. He knew that having self-belief didn't mean being unbeatable, but knowing that you can get back up after falling. This way of thinking was what drove him to win so many times. This is also the way of thinking that will help you get back on your feet after a failure. Self-belief is the rock that keeps you going when things go wrong. It helps you stay grounded and keep your mind on your skills instead of the problems that lie ahead. Throughout his life, Musashi always had faith in his abilities, even when things got hard. This unwavering faith in himself helped him change, learn, and win in the end. It wasn't about having all the answers right away. It was about believing that he could find answers if he kept trying. When things go wrong for you, understand that every problem is a chance to grow. You're more skilled than you think. Have faith in your strength, your intelligence, and your capacity to change. To reach success, Musashi often said, you need to keep your mind calm and focused. You can grow that calm and drive when you believe in yourself. When doubt starts to creep in, tell yourself that you've been through hard times before and that you can get through this one too. Your faith in yourself is what will power your comeback.